Yo, what's up everybody? Wait, what? Really? Where we explore the most mind-blowing stuff that makes you do a double take. We're talking about those stories, those moments in history where you just gotta say, wait, what? Really? And today, we're diving headfirst into the world of concept cars. The wild, futuristic, sometimes downright weird vehicles that never quite made it to your driveway. We're talking about the cars that pushed boundaries, sparked imaginations, and made us rethink what a car could be. If you're as fascinated by this stuff as I am, the innovation, the creativity, the sheer audacity of it all, then make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. You don't want to miss what's coming next. So let's rewind for a second, like way back. Before Teslas and self-driving cars, there were concept cars. These were rolling laboratories of innovation, a playground for designers and engineers. Concept cars were the automotive equivalent of a tech demo, a glimpse into the future. Sometimes these concepts were so far ahead of their time that they never made it into production. But that doesn't mean they weren't important. Concept cars have played a pivotal role in shaping the automotive industry. One of the earliest examples is the 1938 Buick Y-Job. Designed by Harley Earl, it's often credited as the world's first true concept car. It was a radical departure from the boxy vehicles of the time, with its long hood, flowing lines, and hidden headlights. The Y-Job captured the public's imagination and set the stage for automotive innovation. Now let's fast forward to 1956, a year that epitomized the jet age, the space race, and the unbridled optimism of the American dream. And what better symbol of that era than the 1956 Buick Centurion, a car that looked like it had driven straight out of a futuristic comic book. This was no ordinary Buick. The Centurion was a rolling testament to the power of imagination, a four-wheeled embodiment of the space-age aesthetic that captivated the world. Its futuristic design was unlike anything on the road at the time, and I mean anything. First off, let's talk about that bubble canopy. This wasn't your grandpa's sedan. This was a car designed for panoramic views, for soaking in the world around you as if you were piloting your own personal spaceship. It was bold, it was daring, and it screamed future in a way that few cars ever have. But the Centurion wasn't just about looks. It was packed with innovative features that were light years ahead of their time. Remember rear-view cameras? The Centurion had one back in 1956. That's right, while other cars were relying on good old-fashioned mirrors, the Centurion was already experimenting with technology that wouldn't become commonplace for another half-century. The Centurion's tail fins were more than just stylistic flourishes. They were like aerodynamic wings, designed to slice through the air with the grace of a fighter jet. The interior was just as impressive, with its aircraft-inspired controls, push-button transmission, and a futuristic dashboard that looked like it belonged on the Starship Enterprise. The 1956 Buick Centurion was a showstopper, a head-turner, and a true icon of automotive design. Despite its undeniable coolness, the Centurion never made it past the concept stage, remaining a tantalizing glimpse into what might have been. Chapter 3, 1970, Ferrari Modulo, a spaceship disguised as a sports car. Okay, buckle up because we're about to blast off into the world of Italian automotive design at its most radical, the 1970 Ferrari Modulo. This wasn't just a car, it was a statement, a rolling sculpture that looked like it had been beamed down from another planet. Picture this. The year is 1970, the space race is in full swing, and the world is obsessed with all things futuristic. And then Ferrari drops the Modulo, a car so low, so angular, so outrageously aerodynamic, that it looked like it was designed to break the sound barrier. The Modulo was unlike anything Ferrari or any other automaker for that matter had ever created before. It was a radical departure from the curvaceous, elegant sports cars that Ferrari was known for, a bold experiment in minimalist design and futuristic aesthetics. One of the most striking things about the Modulo was its incredibly low profile. This car was practically hugging the ground, with a wedge-shaped body that seemed to slice through the air with minimal resistance. It was so low, in fact, that it didn't even have conventional doors. Instead, the entire canopy hinged forward, giving you access to the cockpit-like interior. Speaking of the interior, it was just as futuristic as the exterior, with a minimalist design, aircraft-inspired controls, and a steering wheel that looked like it belonged on a spaceship. This was a car designed for pure driving pleasure, for experiencing the thrill of speed, and the exhilaration of being behind the wheel of something truly special. Despite its undeniable coolness and impressive performance capabilities, the Modulo never made it past the concept stage. It was simply too radical, too outlandish, too far ahead of its time to be a viable production car. Chapter 4. BMW Gina Light Visionary Model, the shape-shifting car of the future. Now let's jump ahead a few decades to the year 2008, a time when the automotive industry was on the cusp of a technological revolution. Electric cars were starting to gain traction, autonomous driving was no longer a pipe dream, and car makers were pushing the boundaries of what was possible with new materials and manufacturing techniques. It was against this backdrop that BMW unveiled the Gina Light Visionary Model, a car that challenged our very notion of what a car could be. Forget about steel, aluminum, or even carbon fiber. The Gina was covered in fabric. Yes, you heard that right, fabric. But this wasn't your average cotton or polyester. The Gina's skin was made from a specially engineered, highly durable, and weather-resistant fabric that was stretched over a movable subframe. This innovative approach to car design allowed the Gina to literally change shape. Need better aerodynamics at high speeds? No problem. The Gina's fabric skin could adjust to create a more streamlined profile. Want to give the car a more aggressive stance? The Gina could do that too, morphing its shape at the touch of a button. The fabric body also allowed for some pretty cool functional benefits. For example, the headlights were hidden beneath the fabric skin, emerging only when needed. And the rear spoiler? It could extend or retract depending on the driving conditions. The BMW Gina Light Visionary Model was a true game changer, a car that demonstrated the incredible potential of new materials and manufacturing techniques. While the Gina never made it into production, it served as a powerful inspiration for BMW and other automakers, pushing them to explore new possibilities and to push the boundaries of automotive innovation. And that's the thing about concept cars, they're not always meant to be practical or even feasible. Chapter 5. Concept Cars, a Legacy of Innovation. Now, we've talked about some of the most iconic and influential concept cars of all time, but what about the bigger picture? What's the legacy of these rolling laboratories of innovation? Well, it's more significant than you might think. Concept cars have always been about more than just flashy designs and futuristic features. They've been test beds for new technologies, proving grounds for innovative ideas, and a way for automakers to gauge public reaction to new concepts. Think about some of the features that were once considered cutting edge on concept cars, but are now commonplace on the vehicles we drive every day. Retractable headlights, once a hallmark of futuristic design, are now a common sight on sports cars and luxury vehicles. And remember those rear-view cameras we talked about earlier? The ones that seemed so futuristic on the 1956 Buick Centurion? They're now standard equipment on most new cars, improving safety and making parking lot maneuvers a whole lot easier. But the influence of concept cars goes far beyond individual features. These rolling prototypes have helped to shape the overall design language of the automotive industry, influencing everything from the aerodynamic profiles of modern cars to the minimalist interiors of electric vehicles. Concept cars have also played a crucial role in advancing automotive technology, from hybrid powertrains and regenerative braking systems to advanced driver assistance systems and autonomous driving capabilities. Many of the technologies that are shaping the future of mobility were first tested and refined on concept cars. But perhaps the most important legacy of concept cars is their ability to inspire. These vehicles, with their daring designs and futuristic features, have captured the imaginations of generations of car enthusiasts, sparking a passion for innovation and a desire to push the boundaries of what's possible. From the jet-age dreams of the Buick Centurion to the shape-shifting innovation of the BMW Gina, concept cars have given us a glimpse into the boundless possibilities of automotive design and technology. They've challenged our perceptions, sparked our imaginations, and left an undeniable mark on the cars we drive today. So, which of these groundbreaking concepts would you have loved to see become a reality? Let me know in the comments below. I'm genuinely curious to hear your thoughts. And while you're down there, hit that like button if you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of concept cars. And as always, if you're hungry for more mind-blowing content, make sure you subscribe to Wait. What? Really? For more stories that will make you question everything you thought you knew. Until next time, peace out.